Students in Tanya Nash's Living Environment class get to review what they've learned in an interesting way through an escape room.
And so the previous ones we've done, we've kept them in the high school so that we use like kind of some of the open spaces and things like that in the high school to get them moving around. Sometimes they have to come back to the room in between each set, and sometimes like this one, they didn't have to, but we put it into a Google form. So then that means if they have to get the answers and the code correct to get to the next level. So we try to make sure we're available if they're stumbling, because we only use these as review activities. So ideally they can get through all of the answers and they can get through it and feel good about it. But if they start to struggle, we like to be there to help them out if they need help with the question, or sometimes the puzzles are the confusing part. So they really seem to like it. They've asked. We did one early in the year, and they always ask, can you do another one? Can you do another one? So they seem to really like the physical activity part of it, and we try to get them up and moving just in general as much as we can, because the more that they're up and moving, their blood is flowing, they're getting more oxygen to their brain, like it's helping them to focus, it's helping them to think. A lot of kids learn better when they're moving, so even like in labs and stuff we try to do that, but the escape room is one that they look forward to that time, to being able to run around the school, when they're not usually allowed to do that. But a lot of them have said and come back and said, this helps me. I learn better this way, because when they're just sitting and trying to read a question and answer it, they get distracted with their own thoughts, or, like a slight noise in the room, like anything like that. Whereas this actually helps them to focus for some of the kids, obviously not all of them, but just to change it up once in a while. And it is the puzzles I think they like. So you mentioned cracking the case. We've also we did like a murder mystery lab earlier this year. It was very simple, and they've asked for another one to make it a little bit more complex for them. But they like that, where they're not just answering the question, like whatever the science content is, but they're also trying to figure out something else. Like there's another aspect to it that makes it more challenging and more fun to them. So I don't know that they realize it's more challenging, but they realize it's more fun.